Welcome back to the Expert Walker for Demon Souls, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Let's Play Dark Souls HD, and today's episode is going to be slightly less intense than the previous. So, I want to let you guys know that the tiny bit of maintenance that I needed to do, I ended up doing off-screen because all I did was I raised my intelligence, or my vitality, to 18. It was at 16. I raised it 2 points to 18. And then I raised my magic from 16 to 20 using the souls that we got from the Flame Lurker. And I also upgraded the compound short bow one time to +7. And we're going to get the rest of the materials we need to upgrade the rest of our arsenal from crystal lizards, probably. So what I'm going to do for that is, because it does take time to go kill those lizards, and I can't really justify the amount of time it takes away from the episode to go murder them, I'm probably just going to do like a separate video on just killing lizards for like an hour. It's going to be crazy. So this guy is now at the Nexus. Let's see what he has to say.
Wow, I remember you. Well, I'm glad you're here. I found some really tasty trinkets. Well, we've long been acquainted, so I'll give you a good price, eh?
Alright, so as much of an asshole as Patches is, he does have good stuff. He sells arrows and bolts. This is kind of like the important thing that he sells. The barbarian stuff is meh, and then the fragrant ring costs 60,000 souls. Because it's really good. We already have it though. This is like the ring that we started with on this class. It restores your MP over time, gradually. It's very good. Now, most of the rings that we already have take precedent over it, like Thief Ring and the Cling Ring, but this should really help embed into your mind how good the royalty is, because it starts with equipment like this that costs a fortune to buy.
Well, do as you please.
Alright. I'm not going to talk to him because he doesn't really have a quest line in this game. So exhausting his dialogue isn't really necessary to move him or anything. We haven't talked to this guy in a minute.
Have you met the last survivor?
Yeah. I talked to the bald kid. Speaking of... Okay, we have the right rings on. Good. Now, the rest of the stuff that I was carrying, I dumped off onto Thomas because he's free storage. And the only thing that we really have in our inventory is the stuff we intend to use. I'm going to start using the Uchigatana at some point because, I mean, it is upgraded and we do have good damage with it. It's got 133 base damage on it. And if we two-hand it, we can probably hit pretty hard and have two different damage types. We can have slash and stab, or thrust. I call it stab, it just sounds more barbaric. But I'm also swapping the regular heater shield for the one we picked up in 2-2, the shaded heater shield +2. It still has 100% physical damage, but it blocks an extra 16 points of magic. The normal heater shield only blocks 30 magic. This blocks 46. It's win-win. They have the same amount of stability too. So that's the shield I'm going to keep with me, and then I'm just going to keep this mage or wizard set because it's light, it does okay, it'll do well enough for us. So now what I'm going to do is we are going to go back and we're going to go to the very first Archstone because we picked up a very important item from the Flame Lurker, which is the Searing Demon Soul. And there's a super important function that that soul has. Gonna ignore the lizard for now. Like I said, I'll make a separate video that's just going to be like straight up lizard hunting, and it's going to be a lot of fun. It'll be low key and lax. I'm going to go to this. Here we go. Soul of the Flame Lurker Demon, a source of great power. Consumed to gain a large number of souls. Certain demon souls transmute into magic miracles or weapons. Don't do anything with this soul. Don't use it. Don't trade it. Don't do nothing. You want to go straight in here. Please don't run away. I don't want to scare that guy away. Okay, good. Thief Ring. OP. We're going to drop down in here. And we're going to give it to Ed.
What be if it be a blacksmith? Demon souls, they're like power doings, invigorate. Each almighty, the highest grade of it. The highest grade.
Hello.
The highest grade.
He'll do it. If you just keep talking to him, he'll want the soul eventually.
Yes, that's the one. A searing demon soul. With it I can forge new breeds of weapon. Bring me your most powerful souls.
Alright. You give this to him, and it gives you the option to make boss weapons.
A wise choice. You've done well to put your trust in the great Blacksmith Ed. Bring me a demon soul, and I shall use it to bless your weapon.
So, when we go to the upgrade weapon screen, it is not like the regular Souls games that you probably have played up till now, where it gives you like a list of boss weapons that you can make and whatever, and you can see them right away. The layout in Demon Souls is very different. The only boss weapons that you can see that you can upgrade to are the ones that you have the correct weapon for. So you're noticing that we're not seeing any boss weapons even though we have boss souls on us. This is the only one we can see because we have upgraded the compound bow far enough to be able to make the lava bow. And the lava bow is good. It does require more strength than I think we have, but it's good, man. It's got a D in strength, a D in dex, and it scales with an E in magic because it's got that fire damage on it. But it's got good range too. It's got 55 range. This thing absolutely rips. And I'm having a really hard time figuring out if I want to use this weapon or if I want to get the flame spray attack from that soul. I'm still deciding. And then we have the Insanity Catalyst. We need the Golden Demon Soul. That's going to be at the very end of Latria. We can't make that. We are probably going to make that, though, because that's going to pump our damage up an absurd amount.
The highest grade.
Alright. So, now that we've done that, let's go back up. And then now what we're going to do real quick is let's take a look at our tendency, shall we? So, check this out. For Stonefang Tunnel, it is glowing. That means we should be at Pure White World Tendency, is what that looks like to me. Look at him just taunting me, man. That's it, I'm killing him. I just can't help it. They all deserve to die. All of them. Give me them Heartstone shards, man. So there's one way to really confirm whether or not we have the correct world tendency, because what we could do... What? Are these developer messages? I'm playing offline, bro. Huh. I guess I never noticed that. We could go over there and see if the colorless demon is over the primeval demon is over there. That'll give us a colorless demon soul, but we're not going to do that. We need to stay on track. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to the Tunnel City, which is, this should be the Armor Spider Archstone. And we're going to look to see if Scirver, the Wanderer, is here. He should be back in one of these tunnels over here. I think. Now, I really don't want to be playing in human form right now. But like, not that I'm worried about dying or anything, but because we're not fighting anybody right now. But I think we don't quite have pure white yet. We're close, but I don't think we have it. Alright. Because Scirver, he pops up in a spot here. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head where he shows up, but he will not show up until your pure white world tendency. So let's do this. Let's go back to the Nexus. And let's go into soul form, and then we are going to fight our very first Archdemon, which is going to be the Dragon God. And the significance of that is fighting the Dragon God, being our first Archdemon, is going to lift the deep colorless fog that blocks the rest of the levels. Like you'll notice after we tried to get past the Tower Knight, we were not able to, because we may as well try to get these items, since we're going to off ourselves anyway, you know. But you'll notice when we try to get past the Tower Knight, we were blocked by a different kind of fog that wouldn't let us through, and it said we needed to slay an archdemon. And that's what this is. That's what we're doing now. We're going to eliminate that block in every single one of the archstones. Oh, don't tell me. Okay, there it is. I thought it was going to be... That has happened before, by the way. I don't know if it happens in this game, but in the original Demon Souls, if you're trying to get down to these items, you can definitely mess yourself up. And you can get your bloodstain, like, stuck on one of those spots to where you can literally not retrieve it. It's impossible. Alright. So I dare say... that it's time... Oh my god, I was pressing X right there. I was literally trying to, like, jump, because I think it's Elden Ring. So now it's time to go clean up the Dragon God. And I will tell you, straight up, right out of the gate, this is very much a gimmick fight. It's not difficult whatsoever. The only thing difficult about it is figuring out what you need to do to not die. So... this is going to be kind of exciting because we're going to realize immediately entering this boss fight if we have pure white world tendency or not. Because if we do, we'll be able to pick up the Dragonbone Smasher. Alright. You recognize this fellow? Alright, I'm going to punch that. What am I doing? He's gonna punch that. Will he kill the lizard? He will not. That's fine. That. Shoot! Alright. Hey, we can get the Dragonbone Smasher. That means we are pure white world tendency. Confirmed. So, Thief Ring is really good for this part. It really helps you not get hit. Now, you want his eyes to be yellow, okay? That's kind of the key here, is you want his eyes to be yellow. You wait for him to look the other direction, because as soon as they turn red, that's when he gets angry and attacks. So, attack these obstructions, and let's run. This item right here, New Moon Grass, and once you get over to this thing, this is part of the gimmick. You just run up, interact with it, and it shoots him. So it's a very strange concept, right? It's like these things are sitting around here that can really hurt him and do damage to him. Why wouldn't he have broke them a long time ago if he's this dragon god? Alright, so for this part, I believe what you can do for this part is you can use heavy arrows to break this stuff. Or magic, like me. Alright, so break that. And then we'll get a little bit closer. We'll wait for him to do his little peek. Stay behind these pillars. And just try to shoot from afar. That should help us. And you can actually see the next cannon up there. You see in the top right of the screen, you can see that little blue dot. That's the next ballista that we're going to use for his other arm, and then the fight will basically be over. All right. So I'm going to do this just to make my life a little bit easier. That one's vaporized. And the next one we should be able to just clobber, and then there will be another crystal lizard right after that. Oops. Go. Good lord, he murdered me. Alright. God, why am I doing so bad these last couple episodes? Normally, like, I don't think I've ever died against the Dragon God. Even, like, all those times I played the original back on PlayStation 3. You guys just witnessed, like, a cosmic event in my Souls gaming history. This is the first time I've ever died at all to the Dragon God. God, why do I keep hitting triangle? I keep thinking this game's Elden Ring. That's like... I think that's also been messing with me super hardcore. Because I keep thinking that this is Elden Ring. Get the hell out of my way! Oh. That was strange. I've actually never even seen him do that before. We're seeing all new stuff. Alright. Lesson learned there. I should have had my weapon two-handed because it just goes to show your weapon doesn't necessarily do twice as much damage as you two-handed. I think it only does like 25% more damage in this game, but apparently it does double damage to structures. That's good to know. Alright. Wait for him to punch. Oh shit. Okay. How very strange. Normally he's not supposed to do that. I guess I wouldn't know because I've never had to make this run back through. I've never died to him. But, alright. Let's try it a little bit differently this time. Because normally what's supposed to happen is he's supposed to do like a full loop. He's supposed to get angry again, and then he's supposed to attack, and that should give me the extra like 2 seconds I need to get through. Yeah, you do that. I guess I don't really care about that lizard. Oh, now he does it. Now he waits. That's convenient. Try to hide. Oh, is his arm free? Okay, we probably have to shoot him again. That's fine. Oh! Wow. This is slightly embarrassing. I've never dealt with this before with this boss at all. You guys are seeing it for the first time. So I guess I can just use my magic trip against him. I mean, I guess that would be fine. I'll just use the magic to... I bet I can use it to smack... No, I should use this for the lizard. There we go, pure hard stone. That's what you want. Alright. Get over here. He can see me? That's weird. His eyes were yellow. That's strange. Okay. Wow. This is the weirdest thing. I've never once had an issue with this boss. I guess it's, I guess me dying to the Flame Lurker was like foreshadowing. It's the game's way of telling me You are much rustier than you think. So, okay. Let's try to do this right this time, huh? Not get distracted by the lizard, even though he's probably going to come back. Yep. Alright. Gonna let him get away anyway. Alright, do your thing. So how much time do I have? Okay, that looked like plenty of time. Okay. So it worked that time. Alright. So let's blast this stuff. Wrong spell. Okay, we were doing great the first time until that fire happened. I don't understand, man. Like, why would it be there at all if he could reach it? Very strange. Okay. Moving on. Let's see if we can... Yeah, I don't think you can break it with normal arrows. Nope. Alright. Let's try to weaken this one as well. Oh, we're out. Do I have any spikes? Don't. We really haven't picked up any spikes? Alright, that's fine. Two-hand our weapon. You see nothing. You see nothing. Okay. No, you don't see anything. Oops. Ah! Screw you. I win. Eek. There's the lizard. Alright, just go get you. There we go. Alright, and now the only thing left to do is this is now officially a battle of chins. The Master's Ring. Let's take a look at this real quick, just to show it. Alright, so this is essentially like the Leo's Ring from Dark Souls. It says damage plus from optimal hits, otherwise less. So it does decrease your damage from your regular hits, but if you land counterattacks, it'll greatly increase them. I'm pretty sure it increases them by 50%, is what the wiki says, I believe. It's been a long time since I checked, though. Alright, so now what we're going to do is, let's see, not that way. This way. Should be able to drop down right here and get this item. Legendary Warrior Soul. Alright. Alright. Now we just gotta wait for him to breathe, because when he breathes, it will hurt you. It'll pretty much kill you in one hit. Just watch out, wait for him to breathe. Alright. That's what you get, man, for giving me such a hard time. God. That was embarrassing. Never had issues like that. Now watch. That easy, gimmicky boss killed me like 7 times. And then watch. We're going to go up against something truly challenging like the Penetrator, or who else is super tough in this game? Or the last guy, King Alon. Watch. I'm going to kill them in one try. It's going to be so easy. There is no gray area. So you get pure Dragonstone, the Dragon Demon Soul, and then we got that, we got the item that we need in order to get rid of the colorless fog. So let's go do that, shall we? Actually, as a matter of fact, let's go back to this Archstone. Let's go get that lizard again, because, well, no, I can't. I need to focus. Let's go back to the Nexus first. And here's how I think I want to do this format, guys. I think what I want to do for this walkthrough is, it makes sense to me, is what I'll do is I will wait to do tendency events, like pure white tendency events. I will do those after we complete an Archstone entirely. And we'll just sweep back through, and instead of having you guys watch every single step of that and the amount of time it takes, I'll probably like do some editing in those videos, trim down those sections of me running to those touch points for those tendency events, and I'll show you how to get there so you won't have to worry about where you need to go. But I'm not going to do like whole episodes of me like pretty much just getting cardio and running back to these spots the entire episode. That would just be ridiculous and would waste a ton of time. So to end this episode, I'm going to level up. Get up to 20. 20. So yeah, 20, 20, and 20 in our main stats. Sounds good to me. We're only level 34. I think we're doing okay. So I'll keep the Dragonbone Smasher on me because we're going to go find Scirver. Not right this second, but soon. Oh, I'm in human form. Oops, I don't want to be in human form. Because we will mess our tendency up if we're not careful. So let's go to the Nexus. And for the last 5 minutes or so of this episode, we will go into soul form. And then I think once we go into soul form, I'm trying to think of which archstone we should do next. I kind of want to get Valley of Defilement out of the way because I hate that one, but at the same time, I kind of want to go back into Boletaria. Man, my character is tough, I tell you. Like, she just fell to her death. Like, she just turned into a human pancake on the floor of the Nexus, and I'm telling you, man, like, all she did was grunt. Like, it sounded like she stubbed her toe. Tough as nails. If I fell from that distance and died, I probably would do like a full-on Wilhelm scream. I think I went to the wrong one. Here we go. Gimme. All right. So let's go do that real quick. So we'll go back over here, and then Tunnel City. We'll grab that white tendency item. It should move that stuff. It should. Okay. Tell you what, man, this thing being upgraded, it is strong. Should get this lizard too. Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, it looks like our health went up quite a bit too. That's good. Alright. Gentlemen. Y'all are not dropping anything? That's fine. Go. Let's see. No, this still isn't accessible. Okay. So that might be a black tendency item then. I think so. Because the only way to get to that is there's no way to drop over onto that stuff and get it. I think you definitely have to be able to get over there. Unless... Yeah. You definitely cannot get over via that. So... yeah, that could be a black tendency item, actually. So we'll have to hold off on that one. And it can't go back, unfortunately. So let me use... yeah, I'll use this. Because I don't feel like doing all that big series of drops again. I just don't want to. Alright, so we picked up this, the Dragonbone Smasher. This is the strongest weapon in the game, other than the Blue Blood Sword. The Blue Blood Sword can kind of outdamage this thing only because of stamina and speed. Like, it hits significantly faster because it's a straight sword, requires less stamina, but once your endurance, like your stamina, reaches a certain threshold, like if you have just an absurd amount of it, like 60 plus or something like that, this can probably do more damage than the Blue Blood Sword, just because of the amount of hits you can get in before your bar is 0. But this thing is absurdly powerful. I've done builds with this before. I've done strength builds in Demon Souls that have centered around this weapon, and this thing is easy mode. Like, if you take this weapon through the game with you, you never have to repair it. It's got 600 like fucking durability. It is disgustingly strong. Like, this thing, you keep upgrading it with colorless Demon Souls, starting with like a base of 200 damage and just keep going from there, and you get the scaling advantage of every point in strength being a high scaling and a B. It's good. It's real damn good. It'll kill everything so fast, and it can be buffed. You can put curse weapon, you can put whatever on it. If you do a strength magic build, you can do like light weapon on it. That, I'm telling you what, man, in PvP back in the day, somebody gets a backstab on you with this weapon using light weapon or a parry, you're done. There's no coming back from that unless you have second chance. But yeah, we're going to keep that because we're going to give it to Scirver, the NPC. It would have been really cool to do a playthrough where I use that weapon because it's just so good and it's fun to use, but not this time. We're going to be a little bit squishy and we're going to be magic in this playthrough. So I think the next Archstone we're going to do after we finish these tendency events in the second Archstone is we're probably going to go in order. We're probably going to go to the third Archstone and do the Tower of Latria because there's lots of good stuff in that place that's necessary for our build, as well as the correct upgrade stone we need. We need Moonshade Stone, and there's lots of it there. So that's probably what we're going to do after we finish World 2, and then make it back to Balatari after that, but I'll have to think about it. So, sorry these last couple episodes have been super sloppy, man. I've been dying a lot. It's crazy. I think switching back and forth between this and Elden Ring is like messing with my thumbs and makes me not as optimal as I normally should be. If I stuck to just one game, I'd probably be significantly better at both of them if I wasn't swapping, but I can't help it, man. I want to play all the Souls games. I want to do all the shit. So, thank you guys for joining me on the expert walkthrough of Demon Souls. I've been your faithful host, Let's Play Dark Souls HD. I'll catch you guys in the next video.